Alright, so another comic review of Wolverine, part of the Ben Percy run. We're on Volume 7. Chris, thank you once again for sending me this book and the entire run, or the vast majority of the run. Yep, I've been kind of burning through a lot of these Marvel books, although Chris did tell me that, like, I think Thursday, another half of the, not the whole rest, but like another set of books from the Marvel haul will be coming, I think Wednesday or Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. So can't wait for that. But yeah, so Wolverine Volume 7. And I gotta be honest, this was fun, and I will say this book was fun and all, but I'm more excited to when I finally get to the first half of Sabretooth War. That's the one everyone talks about as like it was the big finale for Ben Percy's Wolverine run, was him doing Sabretooth War. But yeah. So as I've said, like the first 4 volumes of Ben Percy's Wolverine all kind of felt samey. It really did feel pretty samey to me, where it's just like, I'm Wolverine and I'm an asshole, but I love people, but also I hate myself and I don't like people, but I kind of do. But since Volume 5, yeah, it's been actually since the whole Evil Beast story arc, it's been kind of going in a neat. I've been really liking the storyline where it's going, and again, all roads lead to Sabretooth War, so excited for that. So where we last left off, what happened was that Beast had gotten away, and that stuff is dealt in Ben Percy's X-Force run, but there's also the matter of 3 Wolverine clones from Beast's Weapons of X project that had escaped as well. And Wolverine said, fuck Krakoa, I am on my way out, and I'm gonna go find these Wolverine clones before they cause real problems. And I thought that's what the story was. I thought that was the story of this comic, was that it was gonna be Wolverine going around hunting down the 3 Wolverine clones and meeting other Marvel characters, teaming up with other Marvel characters. This is basically a Wolverine team-up involving Hulk, Captain America, Black Panther, and Spider-Man. Here's the thing. That whole hunting down the Wolverine clones, that gets handled in 1 issue. Which kind of sucks. Which I'm going to be honest, I was kind of like interested in the idea of like where these 3 Wolverine... hunting down the 3 rogue Wolverine clones would be a cool story in of itself. But it kind of gets taken care of in 1 issue, and the other 3 are just Wolverine, because now we're in the Fall of X storyline. We're full on in Fall of X. We're now dealing, excuse me, we're now dealing with the events of Fall of X. So the Wolverine clone stuff is all handled in the issue with Hulk, which... It's always cool to see. Like, we usually get a Hulk versus Wolverine fight, but here it's Banner and Logan hunting down the Wolverine clones. So in that one, it kind of sucks of seeing that all taken care of, because there's literally a scene where, like, he finds out one of the Wolverine clones has been living in the Howlett estate and has been eating people, therefore becoming a Wolverine Wendigo, which we did get in a X-Men story called Amazing X-Men called World War Wendigo, which is a really cool, fun story. But I was kind of hoping to see a Hulk versus Wolverine Wendigo fight. We don't get it. We just basically get off panel that Hulk killed it after it tried to eat Wolverine. I'm like, that sucks. But then we get to like Japan, where another Wolverine clone is giving blood to a cult in the Forest of Death. Then finally we go to Mandrapore, where we re-encounter Solemn, who's been using that Wolverine clone as like a figurehead for Patch. So it all gets taken care of in 1 issue. The other 3 issues are Wolverine taking the war. Like I said, we're now in Fall of X, and Logan is now taking the fight to Orchis. And in doing so, he goes on 1 adventure with Captain America, where he and Steve basically hunt down the Merchant, who I haven't really talked about. He's basically a new Wolverine villain who auctions off high-priced stuff. He's like this little Texan. But yeah, the merchant has been selling off stuff from Krakoa that was pilfered during the fall of the island. So he and Steve team up to fight them off. Then he goes to Wakanda to stop Orchis from getting vibranium with T'Challa. And he also is an unnecessary dick to T'Challa, where he's like, you know, you have a habit of losing people, like how you lost Storm. I'm like, why you gotta be a dick, Logan? But yeah. So, and finally, we also have another where he teams up with Spider-Man, and they go stop a Stark Sentinel program in space. And the whole thing ends with, the whole time I was trying to be alone, I realized I can't be alone, and I don't want to be alone. I was teaming up with all these people because I just want a family again. So, for all of 4 issues, Wolverine was like, I'm done with Krakoa. And then in no less than 4 issues, I want to go back to Krakoa. Yeah. So, also, I'm convinced this comic basically showed these 4 team-ups Wolverine has. I'm convinced those are the 4 characters Ben Percy wants to write next. Because now that he's done with the Wolverine run, he's going to be doing that Black Panther versus Predator crossover. And it does make me think he's going to get a hold of one of those characters to write. Probably not Spider-Man. He would be creatively crippled on Spider-Man. Philip Kennedy Johnson is writing Hulk. And JMS is writing Captain America, so maybe maybe Ben Percy will take over Black Panther. I'd actually be curious to see how a Black Panther Ben Percy run would go. I'd be kind of down for that. Yeah, so this is just kind of a filler arc, really. It's not it's just more of, hey, you want to see Wolverine team up with superheroes? Here you go. Also, side note, this comic also kind of tells me of who the next character will be part of the Ben Percy's Marvel versus Predator trilogy. I think it's either going to be Hulk, Captain America, it's going to either be Hulk, Captain America, or Spider-Man. Because again, he picked these 3 characters specifically. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it is kind of filler, but now we're headed into Sabretooth War. It's still fun filler, don't get me wrong. I love seeing when Logan teams up with other people, so this was kind of a neat issue. So yeah, you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of this comic, of this story arc? Just comment below, let me know, and next time I'll be doing this review of another Ben Percy comic. We're going to head into the first half of Sabretooth War, so stay tuned for that. But other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.